Down, mate.
Bit of loose.
Middle up. Oh, look at that. It's that bolt there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's those bolts.
We've done that many spanner checks on these this weekend, but that there, that's a shocker.
From that race.
They're nylocks, but whatever reason they still come undone. Yep. There you go.
Working
That
too hard.
is why we do spanner checks. This side was the same. But. Righto, we're off again. We're going to do a lap of the long track this time, and there's a jump which I haven't really had a crack at yet, so we're going to have a crack at the jump up there. Sorry, I did have a crack at it. I had a bit of a crack at it yesterday. We just rolled it pretty slow just to see what it was like. But today we might give it a bit of a bash. But in the meantime, I didn't want to cut much of this video out. If you want to see what the tracks are like up Manar, this is what you got to expect. They are just fun tracks. What you have got to watch is mate did have a little slow rollover on one of these corners. It's reasonably grippy in some spots and then really loose in others, so you got to wind up to it. But great fun track if you want to, like, we don't get a chance to drive these things flat out anywhere much, but these tracks at Manar are always just buggy tracks and one way. So if you got a couple of mates with buggies, you go there for a weekend, you can just do so many hours. As I said, I use so much fuel, the most I've ever used, because it's the most I've ever had wide open throttle for so long. You get gamer and game, but you got to watch some of these. See, we come over this little dip here, come over a little crest into a dip. Now, mate, yesterday just saw two cow's ears. He saw a set of cow's ears just poking over the crest, and he thought, wow, and he backed off, and sure enough, there was a cow on the track. So you've got to be a little bit careful of that. It's pretty hard when you come up to a crest. You don't really know what's over the other side, but yeah, just occasionally the cows will be in some dumb places. They think they own the place. But yeah, the track's great fun, as you can see. It's just a fun track, and the dust. Like, I got that many good runs at this track, and the dust wasn't a problem. Like, with all those buggies there, I still got heaps of good runs. So in an ideal world, just a couple of mates with buggies, go there and camp. Even where we did, Mick and Nick's camp is really close to the start of these tracks, and because there's two of you, you do loops and you keep an eye on each other. Whereas if you're just by yourself, I think one of these loops is 25 k's long, so if you're up the back and you have an incident, like I might in a minute here, you're sort of on your own unless you've got other buggies there. So anyway, as you see, great fun tracks. I'm not going to speed this up because I enjoy watching it, so I'm just going to leave it there. You can fast forward it if you have to, but yeah, pretty cool. Very fun park. There's three of these tracks. I think I've said it before. There's a long, a medium, and a short loop. Short loop's only like 5 minutes. I think and then the next one's about, say, 15 or maybe a bit longer, and then this big long loop is I think 23 k's in about probably 35 minutes, I'd say. Anyway, yeah, good fun, and we haven't even got to the Forby tracks yet. Here we go. Broke something. Righto, that was the jump at about a bit over 100, but as I landed, I've broken something. Don't know what, but it's got a horrible noise in the back of it. I really hope it's not a gearbox or something stupid, but surely if that comes up it can't punch back in there. I'm hoping it's just that belt. How would I know without taking it off? If I take the hose off, I might be able to have a look down there. Take that pipe off. Yeah, it's making a pretty ordinary noise. There's no oil anywhere, so I don't think I've cracked anything. And I didn't have the power on when I landed. Nothing's broken in there, nothing's bent. Oh, the boys will be up in a minute, so I might video them. And then I'll have a look. Might be bringing the trailer up there, this will be fun. See how we go, eh? Bugger. We're all good. That belt's okay. That's not good. What did you do the jump? Well, I hope we just did a belt. But something's actually broken in the transmission when I landed, and it's just stopped working, so I don't know if it's gearbox or what, but it's just made this horrendous noise.
Big crunch.
So it shouldn't really have made a noise like that, because when it comes up to level, the arms don't push in like they do, but they should be able to go past that. So
Yeah.
we had a quick look in there. That actually all looks okay. Something seized. Could be the clutch, but it actually sounds more like gearbox, doesn't it?
Sounds like a gear.
Which is not ideal. Anyway, we're going to have to give it a tow. Not happy. Spewing out, or just put the food away from the heat a bit, the Chico roll and the pie, give them a spin and just move them a bit further away from the middle of the fire. They should be fine.
Yeah, too easy. I just turned the barbecue off, so yeah, I'll just sit tight.
Right, mate, you can have a little nana nap if you like.
Good girl. Kept your buggy clean.
What have you found, mate? While you're trying to push my car?
So it's
we've got
clunking.
we've got the clutch cover off because we're thinking, I hope it's clutch, hope it's not gearbox, hope it's not all that shit. This is fucked. What are we going to do? We're going to die.
Sounds like this side.
Mum's not going to be happy.
Yeah.
And old mate says, should that rock be in there?
How do you fucking lodge a rock?
Oh, mate.
That's a fucking rip.
Now, right, here's a lesson for you, mate. You know those wheels, the standard wheels that I tried to sell you mine? The 14s. The reason you don't run 14s, mate tells me they pick up rocks in here, they flick them up, they come straight up here, they roll around and hit your brake caliper, get jammed between your brake caliper, the 14s, because it's such a small gap,
small distance,
and it punches a hole in the rim from the inside.
Or you just
I've got
collect
15s for that reason, but look at that. Oh, I'm a happy person. I'm so fucking happy.
Stoked.
We would have towed that back, that would have been funny.
We would have pulled off that side first and then pulled off this side only to realise that there was a
Yeah, if we pulled the wheel off, it'd go clunk clunk. Ah!
Holy
That's
Oh, that's munted, isn't it?
yeah. You need a new one of those.
Nah.
No, I run until it's broken, mate.
Until it dies. It might have a death bomb on the way.
So with the 14-inch rims, you get rocks in there. With the 15-inch, you get bigger rocks in there. Mate will be impressed. just stole that out of mate's hand. That's funny as fuck. Kill it, mate. Get it. Was it a whole lamb chop?
Whole one well left. The rest of that.
Look at over there too. They're all. God, they're funny, aren't they? Righto, this is the main track that we're on. This track runs from the office all the way through the property to the boundary on the other side, I think, which is the river. There's a little river down there. I'm not sure where the tracks go after that. There's some fun rock crawling down there if you're into the rock crawling in your buggies or trucks, but not sure. I'd have to have another look at the map to see how much of that you're allowed to play in. But yeah, off the side of this track all the way along is 4B tracks. They're all marked pretty well. Although some of the tracks on the map looked a bit hard to get to without going on the motorbike loop, so I'm not quite sure how that all works. We didn't really look at it much, but yeah, it looks like it's quite well mapped. This road goes through two camping areas, middle and main camp, just two big wide open areas, and then on to down the river. I don't know if you can camp at the river, but the river's obviously nice. It's got water in it and flowing water, seems quite clean. You could easily sit in there for a dip or drink some beer in there. This road's got heaps of jumps along it, as you can see, either to slow people down or for make it fun for motorbikes. Not quite sure which one, but if there was a lot of traffic, I can see it being very dusty because it doesn't seem to be very windy out there, so the dust did hang around for a while on these tracks. But once you get off the track, you found yourself some little four-wheel drive tracks. We find some after, and they looked quite challenging. Would have been a bit of fun. I think the speed limit for the park was slightly relaxed this weekend. It was 60 k's, I think, for all this for a buggy, I think, and 80 k's for the rest of the park. From memory, might have that wrong. It was something like that, but the speed limits are all quite okay. Like 60 k's an hour on that main road is fair enough when there's a heap of traffic on it, and it was slightly slower on the shared tracks. But there you go. Look at this.
Huh?
Yeah, they're beautiful, isn't it?
Crossed up there as well.
Into her. Those wheels do look small. So that year, the 21, they came with 30-inch tyres, and I think they came with 32s on the rock crawler of the same year though. Yeah. We presume that's only shallow. Always walk creek first. I think the track keeps on going, apparently. Come on for that side. And on the way back to camp, we just thought we'd just have a quick look at a couple of 4B tracks, see what they were like, see what their grading was like. But yeah, there's some fun tracks there. We weren't really there for that, so we didn't really muck around. We just did a couple and buggered off, but here's an example.
Yeah. Yeah, plenty, you're out. Yeah, perfect.
Go off one
jump through, is it?
You're nearly ready. You'll have to come back a little bit. You're right for the back though. Yeah, you're right. You're gonna roll up onto the mound. Yeah, you're right there. Go there. Yep, you're right.
Righto. What do we say it is? 2 days out of a rollover repair.
Straight over it.
Have you got a front locker?
Stop one.
Yeah, that's great.
Left down, left down. You're right up that bank.
Lots of left, lots of left.
Left.
It's only just touched it.
Now,
Just go from there, just give it a little bounce over it.
now go, now go, now go.